Hi everybody. How you guys doing? This is Patty, your empath. Woohoo! And I'm here to do not only an intuitive reading, but to sort of talk about what's going on with the planets. Today it is November 3rd. Big day for the USA. And I was just listening to the news a little bit before I did this. So it'll be really, really interesting. So a lot of the astrologers are really not projecting or predicting, because we really can't, what's going to be the outcome, but we can project the energies. So not only the astrologers, but if you're an empath, if you really study the planets and how they've happened, we'll go through that as well. And you'll be able to see once you actually start learning. Hey, Felix, nice to see you too. Welcome, welcome. If you start looking at the planets, you can actually see what's coming up in the future. You don't have to be psychic. So this is what's really interesting about the planets. I'm going to lower this just a little bit. So on the planets that are, you sort of see the energies. So if you watch astrologers, you learn a lot. I am not by any means a master astrologer, but I do use it a lot and see if my tarot is on track and if my intuition is on track. Because sometimes, when you've got so many downloads, you sort of question, okay, who's coming through? And you want to make sure those vibrations and energies are of the light, not something of the dark. So a lot of the times these planets, this is going to be a really interesting month. Because not only, okay, so today Mercury goes out of a retrograde. So one retrograde's out. We still are in Mars retrograde, which is completely conflicting, which is causing a lot of fighting, a lot of animosity, a lot of upheaval, a lot of people voicing their opinions, getting mad at other people, that kind of thing. That is Mars. And not only do we have that, we have Pluto and Jupiter coming into a conjunct, which is really huge because this is the third time this year that it's going to happen, and it's on the 12th. And on that day that it begins to happen, there's a lot more conflict. And the reason why that conflict is, and also not only a conflict, but it's like a light bulb moment. And the reason being is we've already had this twice this year. It's very rare for it to have 3 times a year. So those things, we'll talk about those. We're also going to have a new moon on the 14th. And a full moon on the 30th with a Gemini in eclipse. So I would say on the full moon, I would sort of just not make any big decisions. I would not do that. So make your big decisions before. So don't do that. That's not a moon that you want to be making big decisions on. Or you might be kicking yourself in the foot. Nobody calls that day either because you'll be regretting who you wake up with. But anyway, so let's get back to it. So we've already had a full moon on the 31st. That energy has carried all the way until the 3rd today. That energy, now if you felt really weepy, really cryy, really like, woe is me, that was just the moon and all the energies along with it. But now it should be ending today. Tomorrow, because now Mercury's out of the retrograde, and then also the moon is done with all its energies. Well, it's not done, but it's moving away so that you don't have to feel all those intense energies on top of Mars. So with that, so things are going to sort of mellow out a little bit for only a couple of days. So I hate to say it. They're going to mellow out you're going to feel a lot more anxiety for the next few days because not only of the global upheaval, but the way that the planets and also Jupiter and Pluto getting ready to conjunct. And I'll go into that here in a second, and then we'll pull some cards and stuff. And so when these 2 planets conjunct, okay, so let's go through this. What happens when they conjunct? What's the big deal about it? Well, the thing is, and really, so November 12th, 13th, 14th, you're really going to want to pay attention to what's going on to you and around you at that time, because Jupiter and Pluto, they go into conjunct. Now, the first time they did that this year, it was April 4th and then June 30th. And then now it's going to happen again on November 12th. What it does is it causes turbulence and it causes such chaotic. Sort of pay attention if there's earthquakes, typhoons, all that kind of stuff going on around that time, because history shows that when we have this conjunct of these two planets, that there is like massive something goes on. So let me get, I did look this up. So in 1918, when they went conjunct, we had a major flu. And that was that big flu that killed a lot of people, millions of people. Then in 1980s, during that conjunct, we had the HIV AIDS epidemic go on. And then going backwards, though, in 1771, they had the plague. This is all at the time when Pluto and Jupiter goes in conjunct. Now, is that coincidental? Could be, but I doubt it because it's just the way the planets are. Now, what they're predicting is that when we have this conjunct, our pandemic is going to spike big time because each time we have this, it spikes. So sort of watch for that, maybe stay more solitude, that kind of thing and stuff like that. And then on the 14th again, not but a couple of days after that, then we have the new moon. But when we go on the 12th, let's go back to the 12th. So the 12th is there's big achievements during that day. So this could also mean governmental. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens, and you know what, if you're not in the United States, people are just, it doesn't matter who's going to win. There's still going to be upheaval because nothing has changed. They want it to get it to change. So that's the whole thing. I was just listening to the news before doing this. And everybody's just saying, you know what, doesn't matter if Biden wins, doesn't matter if Trump wins. We're going to fight anyway because we need change. That's America for you. But anyway, so that's where that is. So, yeah. So the new moon, when it comes in the 14th, there's going to be that new moon is really a transformation. It's like things are really beginning to shift and move. Things are beginning to shift and change. So this is a really good time for you to actually plan something that you want to transform. Maybe you want to transform your thinking a little bit. Maybe you want to transform your spirituality a little bit. Maybe you want to transform something like that. So that's around that time. And so that's going to happen around the 15th. And then there is, let's see. I can't even read my own writing. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. One of the key things is on that day is the sun goes into Sagittarius. So what happens with that is that we're going to have 4 weeks of intensiveness, of extravagance, some really good things. People are going to really want to start traveling and that kind of stuff. So that's really sort of going to happen around that time too, around the 12th, 14th. The energies, we'll go into the energies a little bit. I'm not going to go too much into the rest of the month because I want to see what the energies change after this election and everything and how it goes, because it can change. But do know that Venus and Scorpio, they hate each other. Venus hates going into Scorpio, and that's going to happen on the 21st. And so finances are going to sort of take a dive. So if you got money, hang on to it. Because things are probably going to start happening around the 21st. And this is probably if you're in the United States. So, yeah, I would love to go buy some things, but I'm hanging on to it because I really don't know what's going to happen. So, so that's where that is. And then also too, Mars leaves their retrograde on the 13th. So remember I said the 12th to the 14th, there's going to be a whole bunch of turbulence. And that's because what happens when Mars goes out of that retrograde, it sort of stops and then it goes into the opposite movement. So when it stops, it is the most powerful it could be. So that's where all the turbulence and stuff is coming from. And then when it starts ramping up and going the other way, then it becomes a lot lighter. Because the faster a planet goes, the less energy it has. So you want planets to... the good planets to go slow, but the negative, powerful planets to go fast and get the heck out of here. All right, so let's see some energies for this couple of weeks, this first couple of weeks. Again, the new moon. Now, when we're going towards a new moon, this is your abundance time. This is the time where you should be reaping your abundance. This should be a time where you are pulling things in. Whatever you want, start to pull it in. Because once the new moon is here, then you start releasing crap. Per se. So that's what you want to do. Is now is the time. You want a new girlfriend, you want a new boyfriend, you want a new job, whatever it is, this is the time. Because then with the new moon and the energies, it's very possible. But just remember, you're in Mars. You're in a conflict because Mars retrograde wants to fight. So find somebody that you really like. Anyway, so let's find some energies here. So I thank you guys for popping in and saying hello and things like that. So if there's anybody else besides Felix, my one and only fan, say hello. Let me know where you're from. This is interactive. This is supposed to be fun. You know, I know that there's readers out there that are very serious and do it. That's not me. I'm a jokester anyway. Definitely encouragement. We definitely in these next 2 weeks are going to need a lot of encouragement. Plus, we have the number 9 there for intensity. So again, things are going to get intense. Things are going to be a little bit turbulent, intense. So the idea is to encourage. You know, we do have to encourage, lift up. You know, make sure that people are helping each other, you know, and being supportive. And, you know, if somebody's got their mask down, you know, yeah, it's their business, but, you know, you got yours up. So don't be mean, you know, don't be mindful unless they do like this dude did to me the other day. I was coming out of the grocery store. He's in front of me pushing his cart. And oh my goodness, he pulled his mask down and he's looking both ways, and I'm not even 6 feet behind him. Not even 6 feet behind him. And he looks this way, and I'm going to go around him and pass him. And he's like, and I'm like, I've got my mask up, thank God. But I'm like, seriously? And I said, really? And he's like, excuse me? And I said, no, really. You're walking in front of me. You took your mask down and you coughed. I said, I'm right here. And he's like, but I'm outside. Anyway, intense. That was an intense moment. Anyway, but those are the things you're going to have to just stay calm. And in Felix, I think you're in England. I can't remember. Stay calm and carry on. Anyway, or Germany, I think, or wherever. I can't remember where you're at. I know you're not in the United States. Be blessed you're not. Okay, so encouragement is our one energy out for the next 2 weeks. This is going to be really, really important, though. I mean, I feel really, somebody downloaded, get serious. I'm like, okay, sorry. So definitely make sure that you want to encourage. There's not enough of that going around. People are getting bullied left and right, and it's just sad. Okay, so let's see what our next energy is. Yeah, Germany. I thought so. I was going to say UK, but there's somebody else in UK, and then I know somebody from Australia. So rescue. Oh dear. And the rescue is the number 7. Okay. And the number 7, I forget what number 7 is. Ambition and potential. So what was just downloaded is rescue. I don't know who this is for. I honestly don't. It's got to be somebody specific. I don't know who this is, but somebody is actually losing their home. They're losing, I don't know if they've lost their job, but I see their home. They've lost their home because of the pandemic and stuff. Then this is really somebody that really needs encouragement. Definitely needs encouragement. We cannot fix everybody. Just know that we cannot fix everybody. We can be a resource for everybody, but we cannot fix everybody. It's sort of like, what movie was it? I think Back to the Future, where if they were to change the what happened, it would change the whole history or whatever. But anyway, it would change the journey for this person. So, and I think whoever it is, whether they lose their home or they lose their job or something, this is the time for them to become stronger. This is the time where the divine needs to work with them. This is why I think the divine said, get serious. Because this is actually somebody that needs to be humbled, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense for somebody. And that is an encouragement too. And this person, now this is just one energy. This isn't everybody, because let me tell you, I'll have a lot of people come through. I don't know who's on the other side, but number 5 is it's unstable. So they're not stable. Their thinking isn't stable. Not saying they're mentally ill. It's just like they're making poor choices. And we have the goblins, and the goblins is about shadow work. So, and that's what is happening a lot, is this energy that is flowing for these next 2 weeks is a lot to do with shadow work, a lot to do with sort of our secretive side that we don't want everybody to know about. And if somebody comes out with that, to be encouraged. Don't rescue them like, oh, yeah, and don't give them a pity party. Whoever this is for somebody, it's either you with somebody might be coming to you, or maybe they already have. They don't need the pity party. They just need understanding to hear. That's it. They need to share and not be judged. Don't know who that is. But the thing is, the shadow work is the part that really needs to be understood through this next 2 weeks. So sometimes, like we get really angry for no reason, or we just blow up and snap at somebody. That's sort of the kind of shadow work. It's like we have to learn to control that, learn to hone it in, learn to, I work with horses, rein it in, that kind of thing. So that is the part of us that not only do we need to rein it in, that's the part we need to work on. So for example, when I was a kid, I was sexually abused by a family member, but that time was a very dark time, but I needed to do my homework on that. Otherwise, I can see now, I used to be manipulative. I used to be a liar. I could get you to do anything for me. But the thing was, that was a wrong way, a twisted way of thinking. So I had to do my shadow work. I had to go in deep and say, okay, why am I doing that? How do I release this hurt and all that kind of stuff to grow as a person? Does that make sense? So this is whoever this person either is coming into, they need encouraged, they need to do their shadow work, they need to heal, they need to get their work done. So the rescue part is they need to be rescuing themselves. I don't know who that's for. That's heavy. That's really heavy. So, all right, let's see what else we got going on for this week. Can you please not say stuff that's so heavy? Can you give me something that's a little bit lighter? Thank you. We have the Fool. So something good. Well, something always does come good from a release. When you release or share something that you've really been holding inside. And that's really something important to do. So this is a new release, a new energy, a new light energy, a pure energy. It's like, yes, it's like when 1,000,000 pounds have been lifted off your shoulders. That's what this energy is going to be doing. And that's the new moon as well. So that should be coming up until the 14th when that new moon comes in. We have the 7 of Cups, another opportunity. You have the opportunities. There's going to be several opportunities in these next 2 weeks. Now, with that, they're saying stay focused. Stay focused because something is going to distract. This was in the 2 readings I just did today. So I don't know who that's for. Yeah, look at this. So we have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is about an offering, and that offering is peace, love, joy, blah, 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 blah. No, it's just peace, love. But also this offering is, hey, I really want you to have this opportunity. I really want you to grow with this. This is beautiful. For such a conflicting time right now, if this happens for somebody, this is amazing. But again, this is where the energies of Mercury are letting go. Mercury's letting go, releasing, saying bye-bye kind of thing, and giving a new opportunity to come in. Now, when Mars leaves on the 13th, that will help too, but there's going to be some turbulence with it. It's almost like riding a roller coaster for a couple of weeks. Yeah. Okay. So for somebody, okay, remember I said somebody has to do work on their shadow work? Somebody's shadow work is pessimistic. And that's what's keeping their life sort of unstable. Okay, so on the Five of Cups, you're really focused on the negative for someone. And you're going to miss out on opportunities, really good opportunities, because the thing is that you're not focusing in on the positive things. You're letting everything weigh you down. Those vibrations are just like pushing you down. And you're like, I don't care. I really don't care. You know, it is what it is. Like, it isn't. That's your mental thinking. That's your mental thing. And that's what keeps you unstable. I can't think today. Did too many readings. Alrighty. So, yeah, so this more of an unstable type thinking process. It's not saying that it's bad. It's just an opposite. It's like my daughter and I, we're polar opposites. I'm very much a positive person, and she's a but yeah, so it's like total opposites. But that's what this person needs to work on. Doesn't need rescuing, doesn't need enabling. Whoever this is for these next 2 weeks, do not enable. Do not enable. Do not go along with it. Just say, you know, that's really a bad way to think, or not a productive way to think. Put it that way. Something for someone. Let me see here. No love on this, so I don't see it being a relationship, so don't worry about that. So I have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is something's quick. Boom, it's done. It's through. So if you're going through anything right now, a mountain, a molehill, a project that you just want to get done, whatever, it's coming to an end. Quick. Boom, it's done. This doesn't mean that it's a person. Some people that are new to tarot, then, oh my gosh, somebody died really quick. No, well, it could, unfortunately. But in this case, no, because the number 10 is about endings and beginnings. So something has to end really quick, or something has to give up and thank you. Okay. So they're asking me to share. If you don't end it, we will, and it's not pleasant. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I know that one. But we have the Ace of Cups. So you don't want to miss out on that Ace of Cups, because whatever it is that needs to finish, that door cannot open. This door cannot open until you close it. Don't let the divine close it, because it's more painful. If you close it, at least you give yourself closure, whatever it is, whether it be a job, a relationship. I don't know what it is to you. If you have to sell something, you've been holding on to sell and all that kind of stuff. Because if the divine does it, it's not present. It's not pleasant. So I'll get another. Yeah. So something's coming, not only with love, but money, a new career, a new door, a new opening in the next couple of weeks. So there is that opportunity. Remember, there is that opportunity, and this is going to be a hard choice for somebody. Whoop. It's going to be a hard choice for somebody, because they may have to sacrifice something to do it. Thank you. So somebody's going to have to sacrifice. They really want to do it, but then there's going to be not a condition, but it's going to be like, okay, well, then you need to give up this kind of thing. So think about that. I don't know what that is for everybody. You know, and it could be as simple as like, you know, maybe you got a job, you got your dream job, but now you got to drive an hour to get there. You know, you're going to have to sacrifice your time, but you're going to have to drive an hour to get there. Does that make sense? So that could be, sacrifice could come in a million ways, but you do have to give something to get something. And it's the same with a relationship. If you go in with somebody and you start a relationship, you have to give up part of yourself to become together as one with somebody. We have the Knight of Swords. Remember, something came fast. Well, the Knight of Swords is really quick as well. But the Knight of Swords came after this offering. So I don't think this offering is going to wait. So whatever this offering is, to do with money, job, career, school, maybe a project that's going to bring you money, maybe a side gig that's going to bring you money, it's not going to wait. So you're going to have to make a decision quick on that. I don't know what that is for somebody. But it's not going to wait. I can feel it. It's like, you snooze, you lose. That's what I heard. You snooze, you lose. Yeah. Been there, done that too many times. All right. So let's see around can I get some energies about the second week of November, please? Around the full moon time or the new moon time. Can I get some energies, some messages for that time? I would really like to know what's going on during that week. Oh, I didn't like that visual. I did not like that visual. I'm not a visual. I hear a lot. But the Divine's been opening visuals. Some of my dreams are like, ooh, spooky. Queen of Pentacles. Oops. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yes. Remember that offering of money or something to do with career? Somebody is going to be confident in it, though. I don't think so. Somebody's not going to have a problem making that decision. Somebody's going to be really confident. Now, the Queen of Pentacles could be a man or female. Doesn't matter. Or, I'm old. I don't get this other gender stuff. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'm just guy, girl, gay, whatever. That's how I do it. And I don't get me wrong. I whatever your preference is, doesn't matter to me. But the Queen of Pentacles is, again, confident in her work, confident in her money, confident in her stature. Anyway, Queen of Wands or King of Wands. That's going to take some communication with somebody, though. The king is facing the queen, and he's all talking about that, but I'm really thinking that this opportunity for somebody, I have almost a feeling it's a partnership. For someone, that may not resonate with everybody, but for someone, that may be a partnership. All right. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. To the 14th, for this last week of, it's all about the job. And it's going to bring you a lot of satisfaction. So the 9 of Pentacles is about luxury, nice things, beautiful things. Is going to bring you what your desires are. And you're not going to lose your humbleness. You're going to understand the hard work that came behind it. So that's a good thing. All right. All right. So what I'd really like to know is these 4 weeks where the energy becomes really bold when the sun enters the Sagittarius. What is going on with that? Things are become bold. People are going to want to travel. Oh, they're going to actually, it's going to almost challenge this pandemic. Like, you know what? I don't care about that anymore. I'm just going to start traveling. And they're going to start booking travel for somebody. All right. Oh boy. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. This is all about work work and school, work, money, 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 gaining your goals, getting yourself there, rescuing. Um, Somebody's going to have some financial difficulty. It's not a rescue. It's something that you can be a resource to, how to help them get through it. Don't give them the money kind of thing, but it's just sort of, hey, here's some resources, how you can do this, how you can get through it. But it's going to move really slowly. For these next 2 weeks, whatever's going on financially or opportunities with the job or your income or maybe a side hustle or maybe a project. For example, if you're a commission artist, those kind of things take time to draw or paint or whatever. And it does take time, but there's a lot of financial opportunity coming. And remember, I said at the very beginning, you'll want to gather all that financial, because what was the date that was happening? So that was on the 21st. And the 22nd or the 27th is all about unexpected things coming with love. So I don't know what's coming with love for you guys. Nothing on my end. No, but anyway, but there's opportunities on the 27th in regards to love, but on finances on the 21st. So I would say jot that down in your little notebook. Just be mindful to hold everything as much as you can, because you're going to have beautiful opportunities to make some cha-ching, pretty much. Okay, so that's pretty good. And it's going to bring you happiness and luxury for what you've been working so hard for. And there's a lot of excitement in this. There is a lot of excitement. There is an energy of achievement. Like, it's like, yes, I feel that, because you had to sacrifice something. You did have to sacrifice something in this whole process here in the next couple of weeks. You are going to have to sacrifice something, but the reward is going to be twice the amount for actually following what you really, really, really wanted to have. All right. So that's pretty much the energy there. And I don't see any love here. So let's see if I can find anything with love. Because the 27th, things are supposed to heat up with love. But I don't know who that's for. It could be love is, friendship, could be a relationship. You could be married and need some spice. They're so funny. The lovers. I said the 27th club. It's like, okay, somebody's a jokester on the other side. Oh, these were upside down. So let's see what's going on with these two lovers. Okay, and so this will be around the 27th, actually. So we'll see. You're funny. Yeah, love. Let's see what's going on with love. Hopefully it's not fighting, Love is a good thing. A lot of people do not understand that we are here as beings to, that's all we are, is supposed to love. Walk in truth and be love. That's it. Otherwise, you make your choices out of fear. You make your choices either out of love or you make it out of fear. Think about that for a minute. Because I butted that with a lady who I know who's a medium. And she, ooh, I'll show that in a minute. But she's a medium, and I said, there is not, love and fear is that, she says, no, really, think about it. And I said, no. I said, look at the mass murderers. She says, you have to go back to their roots. When did it start? And why did it start? And I'm like, okay, maybe abuse, maybe whatever. They were fearful. And if you go back to the root of the tree, per se, it really is. There's two things that we decide on, love or fear. So pretty interesting. She's pretty interesting. Never met a medium before. And this is a lady I had worked with for years, and she didn't start getting her abilities until she was in her 40s. And when my brother was murdered, she helped me with that. And I was like, who is talking? She had a tape. And she goes, can I have you listen to something? And I said, sure. And so we were driving, and I said, oh, wow, such an old soul. Who is that? And the voice was Indian, like, Indian. And I was like, who is that? And she goes, that's me. And I'm like, no way. I mean, this lady's a housewife, just a humble little housewife. She goes, yeah. And her family really thought she was nuts for a while, but she actually, she had my brother come through once. So I know it's actually real. Anyway, so we have the Lovers. And then we have the Moon. Now, we also have the Page of Swords. So one of you, okay, so if this is a couple, we're going to do this. Yeah, I can tell you lots of interesting stories. Trust me. A lot of hoo-hoo stories. But this person either, I don't know. Okay, so there's going to be two scenarios I'm going to give you. You guys can tell, who's who or what's what. I don't know. I'm just the messenger. So as these two people meet, now maybe they're just friends right now. Maybe they're coming into, maybe going to the next level. Hey, you want to be boyfriend? You want to be girlfriend? When you take my ring, I'll take your ring. No, I'm just joking. But you're going to go to maybe the next level. And at that level, yeah, like they're going to listen. They're saying, no sex. Just like, okay, like I said, they're not going to listen. But this couple here, one of them is really shy. They're really afraid to come out of sharing. They have a lot of hidden sides to them. It's not a bad thing. It's just they're shy. And shyness is insecurities. So the other person, there's two scenarios here. So this is the first one. And then that other person is the Page of Swords, is offering them truth, is offering them, it's okay to tell and be honest about why you're shy, or they're able to bring that shyness out. So that's for somebody. This is actually a really good thing, because that person who is shy, who is afraid, probably has been abused at some point in time, and their self-esteem is probably a little bit lower, even though they're very confident. They come across confidence, but they're deep down really sort of shy, afraid to be judged. So that's for somebody there. But this person here, who is going to allow them to be themselves and share and walk in the truth. They're giving the offering to walk in the truth, and it's okay. It's like you're going to be a safe person for them. For another person, again, now this person, I would say, yeah, I would say no sex. Because the thing is with this person isn't very honest. I've got two scenarios. This person is a player. This person is a gamer. Now, gamers and players can go both ways. They could be men or they could be women. But this one is saying that they really care. They do like you, but underneath it, no, they don't. They just want to get gain. It could be financial gain. It could, maybe they need a place to stay. Maybe they need whatever. But this is not an honest relationship. So be really careful if there's any red flags. Definitely just be real mindful of that situation. This person will get to the truth. So they'll figure it out. But don't figure it out too late, because then you could be out a lot of money. Trust me, I've been there. Married a guy from a different country, and yeah, lost a lot of bucks. And he's gone. And he didn't get his green card either, thanks to my criminal justice record, or my studies. Anyway, so there is somebody there that is going to, figure it out and find out what the truth is, and just be mindful that it will come to light. And that's the divine. The divine always, always has somebody come to light. The truth will come to light. You can't lie to an empath. For one, we know, but and for me, I'm so close to the divine, and I'm not saying I'm right there, I'm his buddy, but I been with him too long to know that he's going to protect me, and he will always tell me the truth or show me the truth of somebody. And I guess that's why I'm still single, because I haven't met anybody that can be honest. Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they just want to be a baby. Maybe. And that could be true. That could be very, very true. So, but you've got two different scenarios of love there, which is really nice. You know, the first one, you have the opportunity to free somebody, whoever this is, that first opportunity to let that shy come out. I've been there. I've been there. I had somebody, and they'll always be special to me in my life, but they were able to allow me to drop every guard, everything that I had, and still care and show me love for all the insecurities I had back then when I was doing my homework about my sexuality because of what my brother did. So, so it is a very beautiful blessing you could give somebody, whoever that is. If that's you, or if somebody's coming to you, you're going to do that to them. So anyway, so that would be probably by around the 27th, I think. I think this is going to happen around the 27th. So don't mark me, but I sure would love somebody to keep a little log to see how accurate I am. But anyway, some people say I'm so accurate they keep coming back, and I don't know how. It's not me, it's the divine. So there is that. Does anybody have any questions? Felix, I think you're the only one out there again. Anyway, this is for the first 2 weeks. So for those of you that are brand new, I really thank you for checking it out. If you're watching this recorded, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Please make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell. Now, I am still doing the dailies. I did come on late today. Sorry. I will be honest. I was in a spiritual battle for 3 days. I was being pushed and pushed. My energies were as low could be because, again, that full moon, whenever there's a full moon that has the retrogrades right there, I mean, I'm a weepy mess, or I'm just as low as can be. So it's a big fight for me to refuel, and I really fight to refuel and keep those high vibrations up because I am really, really sensitive. So oh, you wrote everything down? Okay, great. Fantastic. So just know that I apologize that the dailies were a little late, just because I will not do a reading when I'm that low. Yesterday, I didn't do any readings. I tried one, and I'm like, no, I am not going to allow that negative vibration to come up. So I didn't do any, so I apologize for that. But again, I'm only going to do these through November, see how it goes. And if people keep hitting the likes, I will know that we still want the dailies. If not, then they will go poof for a while. We'll see how it goes. So, because it does take energy and time, but I love to do it. So, but the weekly, now right now I'm on the weeklies for the 9th through the 15th. So all your readings for the 2nd, 1st through the 8th are up. So if you haven't seen yours, then just go ahead and pop on there, view them. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I just appreciate it. And that's it for today. That's all, folks. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, Felix, for popping in again. My favorite fan. We'll talk to you soon. And don't hesitate. Anytime I am on live, pop in live and say hello. All right, and that's for anybody. All right, take care.